number 3 for the Clemson Tigers. Again, the Tigers are 2-0 under Amanda Butler this season after coming off not too hot of a game this past year. Too hot of a season this past season. Series history between these two teams. Clemson leads 9-5. Again, last meeting was back in Charlotte. It was January 4th, my birthday, back in 2010. So if my math is correct, I was 15 years old back then. I was not at this game, not celebrating my birthday here, as the Niners end up losing that game 64-57. So here we go, guys. The bell is underway. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the broadcast so far and enjoying your Monday after a long break. It's always so tough coming back from a long break, isn't it? You come back, I mean, you're eating all your turkey, you end up getting into your ballpark food, the nachos, you end up doing all this fun stuff. You have the gravy, you have the dressing, you do the pie, pecan, pumpkin, it doesn't matter. Apple pie, which is the best, of course. You end up having a good time. You come back, and now we got basketball. Let's have some fun, guys. Second half underway, 36-30. That's my Thanksgiving rant for the day. And you can already tell. Ooh, almost a 5-second coming out of halftime. Consuegra, she's got to hold her heart over there. As what a drive there from Octavia Jet Wilson. She kissed it off the rim. It went high. And then ended up coming back in somehow. A Houdini act right there from Jet Wilson, and the Niners regain the lead. It's 38-36 early here in the third quarter. That was tipped around. Defense leading to offense, but you could say the same there for the Clemson Tigers as they ended up getting an easy bucket on the other end. I believe that's going to be Amari Robinson, sophomore from Douglasville, Georgia, and it is Harris wide open down low. Beautiful entry pass from Octavia Jet Wilson, and the Niners regain the lead 40-38. Guys, I'm expecting a dog fight. An absolute battle. Not like the fight we saw the other night between Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. I can tell you that. Blocked on the other end from Harris. Up the court is McMillan. The little floater off the mark. Rebound off the hands of the Tigers, and it's going to be Niner basketball. Anybody watch that fight the other night? I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, that was absolutely terrible. We're seeing a lot better fight here. This is a phenomenal game. Again, free. Charlotte 49ers YouTube Live. Might as well. Busick from the baseline, off the mark. Two Niners down low, not able to come up with it. It's Robinson for the Tigers. And they're orange. Washington, Butler. She just said, hey, go to the rim. And they said that was going to be a pass on the foul. So what remain their ball as Linney will now come in. She's going to come in for Sierra McCullough. On the baseline here for the Tigers. Finds Bennett. Guarded by Linney. Now hands over to Washington. Guarded by McMillan. Washington, top of the key. She'll drive right after a pick there from Bennett. Gets stripped away. Ooh, a late foul. Might have been, but still a late call. But nonetheless, it was called. And a couple fouls already for the Charlotte 49ers. Just a minute and 25 seconds in. Looks like, yeah, McMillan, she put her hand in the cookie jar and came up with a lot of arm. Not much cookie. Washington, so I guess they said there was going to be a shooting foul. So she'll go to the line shooting a pair. Down by a pair. Ooh. Almost hits the wedgie part of the rim as she shares a laugh with the rest of her teammates. A couple handshakes as well from Spray coming in. So the wedgies, whenever it gets wedged in the back of the backboard, the side of the rim of the backboard, and that's almost exactly what happened right there. It released and then came right through. Now one looks a little prettier. And now we're tied up at 40 apiece. McMillan bobbing and weaving. Crisscrossing her way. Busick now has it, guarded by the talented transfer from Florida, Washington. Not the Washington transfer from Florida, it's the Florida transfer. Her name is Washington. Driving in is Linney, the little floater from Linney, a little too strong. Rebound's gonna go to the Tigers. Pushing the envelope there on the far side is Gabby Elliott. She'll drive in, baseline, going against Busick. Great defense for her. She held her ground, went straight up, nothing called. And Harris said, you know what, hey, I'll be point guard. Give me point guard. She's gonna drive in. Can she do it all of herself from 10 feet? No, she gets blocked. And you know, Kara not happy with that one. Washington down, a nice no-look pass to her left. Ooh, late foul called there on Linney. Did look like she did definitely get a piece. Almost was gonna walk away with no foul there, but 3 early fouls there for the Charlotte 49ers. Again, we're just over 2 minutes in to the third quarter. The Niners looking for their first win of the season after dropping their their opener on the road in Boone by 6 points. Robinson, she'll go to the line. Spin it. Just one bounce and knocks down the first one. And Amari Robinson, on the season, she was 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Here tonight, she's now 2 for 2. And now a 2-point advantage here for Clemson. It's Mariah Linney getting pressured by a couple bodies. Now finds Busick. He'll get across the timeline, going left to right. We'll go behind the back. Ooh, she looks like she got fouled right there on the ground. Got bodied up, nothing called. Busick said, hey, I'm a freshman, but that's what the weight room's for. I was able to go around that. She's got to look up. She does. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Far corner. Is that Jet Wilson? And it is. The float game is strong for Jet Wilson. She ties it up 42 apiece. Here with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Ooh, a hard foul. Whoa, they call nothing. Mariah Linney goes down. As that was a hard hit. It looked like to the back of the head there from Bennett. I mean, she was standing there, but it looked like it was definitely a hard hit on Mariah Linney. I mean, it was right at the elbow. Bennett, she was doing her job and setting the screen. It didn't look like it was anything too crazy on the screen. I don't believe she left anything with the shoulder. It looked like it was just Mariah Linney playing hard defense and not seeing the pick and running right into it. And on the floor, talking to athletic trainer, and looks like Nicole Woods is over there as well. Nicole Woods, the assistant coach and recruiting coordinator for the Charlotte 49ers, and also over there is athletic trainer and Jen. Again, still attending to Mariah Linney over there. It was a hard pick there from Tyler Bennett, the senior from Michigan. And didn't want to see the replay or anything like that, but again, nonetheless, maybe up to the head, and they're going to look at it. Actually, yeah, they will be looking at it over there on the replay. Well, a couple of the referees. So 2 of them will get together on the far side as the Niners will be able to come together as well. Same thing with Amanda Butler and her squad. We'll go ahead and go to a quick break right here on Charlotte 49ers YouTube Live. Well, ladies and gents, it looks like Linney, she will be walked back and by athletic trainer and Jen. Looks like they're going to likely go back to the locker room or maybe the training table behind closed doors and check on Linney, but it is good that she didn't walk under her own power. So prayers and thoughts over there to Linney, hoping everything's okay with her and that she can return. But it's 42-42. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. McMillan, little shove off there. Didn't get anything called against her. Destiny Thomas is on defense. Jet Wilson, oh, looking down low, and Busick was not ready for the pass. Washington almost with the travel. Spray for three. Too much mustard. And Busick comes up with a big rebound. Now pushing the envelope. They got numbers. Jet Wilson at the free throw line. She'll pull up from 5 feet, and she'll knock it down. The Niners regain the lead 44-42 with 6:34 to go. Jet Wilson, her and McMillan, they see any daylight, they're pulling. Definitely from inside that three-point line. Driving in, Jasmine Harris called on the foul. As driving in was Nick Cherry. Jet Wilson, look at that replay there. She had two hands in her face, but she goes, you know what, a little bit of daylight, we'll put it up. Going to the line, shooting two here is Cherry. Like a Cherry did in the first two games. Again, no starts for her. She went 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. This will be her first attempt at anything here tonight. It's the front of the rim, then the backboard, and cradles its way into the pot. 1 point lead still for the Charlotte 49ers, 44-43. Off the back iron, he'll keep that lead as going to the ground there. Oh, it will be a double dribble there on Lawrence. I was going to call it myself, but it's still almost a Harlem Globetrotters-esque right there from Lawrence. Went down, but she did end up putting two hands on the ball and then went back to dribbling after previously dribbling. Destiny Thomas will exit. Coming in here is Washington. Or actually Elliott coming in. I believe she checked in properly, so now she will check in and she will slap just above where it says Ortho Carolina. You improved. OrthoCarolina.com. Washington driving baseline. Goes up against Dara Pearson off the glass and in. Always good to see Dara Pearson out there, always hustling. She's pulled down 19 rebounds against Arkansas this past season. Few injuries for her, but redshirt senior driving in. Busick wide open down low, but she's blocked from behind. Still 10 on the shot clock. A lot of contact going on. It's going to be a timeout from Coach Kara Consuegra on the far corner, and she's still clapping her hands. Is Busick and Consuegra saying, hey, we still have 8 on the shot clock with 5:50. I believe they're going to keep this as just a 30-second timeout. I don't believe it's going to be stretched. We'll stay on for you guys. Again, it's 45-44 in favor of the Clemson Tigers here with 5:50 to go in the third quarter. As you get a good look at the bench over there for the Charlotte 49ers, and they're all whites. They're brand new jerseys as well. They have the white ones, green and gold. Love the new look for the Charlotte 49ers and the rest of their staff. They're actually going with the polos as well, which I know it's more comfortable for them. I know the men's basketball team and Ron Sanchez and the rest of his staff, they're excited just to be wearing polos and not have to dress up and wear the ties and of course, wear the ties for the women's coaches as well, and wearing dresses and all. Hey, let's toss on a polo, let's toss on some pants, let's have a good time with it. And I know they're a lot more comfortable out there, because you normally would see that whenever you would see the Maui Invitational, you would see these crazy Charleston Classics, the more of the MTEs, the invite kind of tournaments, and all the coaches loved it. And I know the NBA coaches, they actually did that whenever they were in the NBA bubble as well. So just a couple cool things to look at. Again, the Charlotte 49ers are led by right now Jet Wilson with 12 points. She's 6 for 11 from the field, also has 6 rebounds. They have a plethora of girls who have at least 6 points. Harris with 8 points and 5 rebounds, and 7 points for McMillan, 6 points for Busick as well, and a few with 4 and 2 for the Niners. Washington, she's still leading the way as she has all season long, the first 2 games. She has 18 points with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Let's just have that one foul. The Niners, they're the only team, they are in foul trouble here in the third quarter. It's been 3 fouls already for McCullough, 2 for 4 ladies for the Niners, 2 for Williams, 2 for Harris, 2 for Linney, and 2 for McMillan. Again, hoping the best here for Mariah Linney. Still don't know if she's been able to make her way back out to the court, and don't want to speculate or anything, but it did look like a high hit on the screen. Nothing too malicious with it. Just a big body, and Tyler Bennett, 6'4" senior, laying in it to Mariah Linney. So hoping all is well back there. The senior from Goose Creek, South Carolina. One if not the leader on the team. Many leaders on this team. From straight away, McMillan off the mark. Ooh, almost getting away from a push-off was Busick. Busick for 3. Nothing but nylon from Busick. Almost got away with a push-off. She got the offensive rebound, went over to her hot spot, and knocked down the long-range 3. Spray from the far side. Spray. We'll spray it in as Clemson quickly answers with a 3 of their own. Again, she is the current leader, the active leader in three-pointers made in college basketball is Spray. The transfer from UT Martin. Davis has it, now to McMillan. Gets the pick from Dare Pearson up top. McMillan, she'll now drive in, baseline. She gets the harm, not the hoop though, but she'll go to the line and attempt to pair. Currently a 1-point lead right now for Clemson, 48-47 with 5 minutes to go. As we check over here to McMillan, drove in there on Washington, and not a lot of contact right there, but they gave the foul to Washington, and it looks like we have a full timeout. So we're gonna go ahead and take a welcome back here to Dale F. Hall Arena again. 3-point shot made there from Busick. Niners just trail by 1, 48-47. When you choose Ortho Carolina, you're choosing a nationally recognized leader in orthopedic care. Our providers have decades of experience in the research, diagnosis, and treatment of conditions and injuries affecting your muscles, bones, and joints. With more than 160 physicians at over 40 locations throughout the Carolinas, Ortho Carolina is your destination for orthopedic excellence and care and service, one patient at a time. Ortho Carolina, you improved. McMillan at the line for the Niners. Nice twirl there, and she'll knock down the first one to tie up the ball game. And some game-winning shots. I know Ron Sanchez, the men's team, that's what they preach. And you know, that Kara Consuegra, she puts a high emphasis on that as well. Ladies going 22 for 27 at the line. Missing that one, so not being able to regain the lead. Here are the Niners, 48-48 with 4:55 to go here in the third quarter of play. Ooh, almost a travel right there, driving in, and now looking for Washington. Here was Hannah Hank, sophomore from South Australia. Transfer from Florida, driving in on Octavia Jet Wilson. She'll be able to cradle that one home. And now a 2-point advantage now for the team in orange. A foul, looks like it's going to be on the Tigers. I believe it's Cherry. Nick Cherry, the senior from Laurel, Mississippi. I believe she was grabbing Tara Pearson, got called for it. Coming into the ball game for Spray is Destiny Thomas. As Hank will come out and Bennett will come back in. And Bennett long and athletic. 6'4". Shot blocking machine. Busick, top of the three-point line. She'll cradle over to the left side and hand it over to Lawrence. A double team over here in the corner, McMillan. She'll fake for it. Now back to Lawrence, top of the key. A little separation. Tara Pearson has it. The 5-foot turnaround jumper just off the mark. Good look there for him. Love the shot selection right there against Bennett. Up by 2, the Tigers up the court. That's a quick bucket for Shania Mertens. And the transfer from Northwest Florida State. McMillan has it. Right side, now far side. Lawrence left open for 3. She'll fire, and it's good. Lawrence knocks it down, and the Niners are back within 1 point. It's 52-51 with 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. Beautiful shot over there from Lawrence. She now has 7 points, connecting on her only shot from long range. Foul against Tara Pearson on the far side, just underneath the hoop. Lawrence to McMillan, and wide open was Lawrence. Clemson almost forgot about her, it looked like, after she gave it away. Niners team will run over and have a chat with Carrick and Swager, and then get whistled back here to the far side. Lisa Washington, came in averaging 11 points, 6.5 rebounds in the first 2 games. She misses there, been struggling from the free throw line. She's now 4 for 8. Again, for you non-math majors, that's 50%, not the best. 6 rebounds though, 4 assists. You know what is the best? Her 20 points that she's got. That's really stinking good. And she's 8 for 12 from the field, so. Robinson knocks down that one. Again, gonna be a big name in the ACC this year. Lawrence up the court. Oh, almost gets it stolen away from her. She threads the needle. She's got numbers. Ooh, but it gets tipped out of bounds. Jet Wilson, you know, she was just licking her chops waiting for that pass. Jet Wilson on the day. She's got 12 points to lead the way for the Niners. 0 for 2 from deep, but she does have 6 rebounds as well. Niners need to go ahead and pass it in. They do. Jet Wilson has it. She'll pull up the jumper, and it's good. Jet Wilson taking over the ball game here in the third quarter. She now has 14 points, and the Niners have tied the game back up at 53 apiece. Again, the Niners have led for almost 20 minutes, and only 5 minutes for Clemson. Bennett has it at the free throw line, looking for a cutter. She finds Washington. She'll hand it off to her with less than 10 on the shot clock. 7 and counting. She's driving in. The little floater off the back iron. Offensive rebound. But Pearson just takes it right out of the hands of the Tigers. And Jet Wilson up the court. And she's fouled from behind from Washington. And that will be foul number 3 on Washington. So 53-53, 2:43 to go. And Washington will likely come back out of the ball game. No, they're going to keep her in, keep her out, keep her in, keep her out. I don't know what's happening. There we go. As you can tell, look, it was an offensive rebound, and then Dare just said, hey, give me that. It's like Zion Williamson just ripping out of the hands of the Tigers. McMillan has it. Sending her troops around the court. Finds a cutter, Jet Wilson. She's driving in. A floater off the mark. It's going to go to Spray and the Tigers. We got 2 bodies back, though, for Clemson. And it looks like someone is down for the Tigers. And the athletic trainer, Jen, she's going to come over. And looks like the trainer for Clemson will jog over as well. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and take another quick break. It's 53-53, 2:20 to go. Both teams will reconvene as we'll give you a little bit more information when we can. When we come back here on Charlotte 49ers YouTube Live. Ballin Arena, the players still currently down, and heck, I haven't even been able to figure out exactly who is on the floor. The number's still covered up, and most of the body as well from a couple trainers. Definitely looks like there is some blood. I don't know if it was a cut or what that happened underneath the hoop. There's a lot of bodies going around, and again, with that happening, you're going to have some contact, but some towels coming over, washcloths and stuff as well. They're still calling a few other trainers over. A couple of the managers getting their workout in as well. Again, so Mariah Linney already went down for the Charlotte 49ers here in the third quarter. She is yet to come back to the court, and remember, she went down after she was on defense playing hard and sprinting back and ended up running into the 6'4" Tyler Bennett. Looks like leaning up for the first time here is the player. I believe it's going to be Nick Cherry. I believe it. Let's check it out. Yeah, it is Nick Cherry, and they're going to try to bring her to her feet. Does have some napkins in her mouth, so likely had some contact towards her mouth with now some blood coming out, so they're going to be very gentle in the way that they are with her, of course, over the next little bit. Trainer still over there is Amanda Butler. She sprinted over as well to have a chat with the trainer and check on her senior from Laurel, Mississippi. And now prayers and thoughts over here to the Jones County transfer as well, and Nick Cherry as she walks her way back past half court with the athletic trainer. And you never loved it. You never like to see that in any point of the season, no matter what. And I mean, especially just through all the hardship that these players have had to endure. Just getting, I mean, all these protocols and going through so much emotional, I wouldn't say trauma, but I mean, you almost could say that, just so much emotion for all these sports, and then for injuries to happen, it just stinks so much. So again, all the best for, of course, Mariah Linney in the back for the Niners, now Nick Cherry. And we'll get back to action, 53-53 with 2:15 to go. With the ball here is Bennett just inside the three-point line. She'll hand it over. Now with 31, Shania Mertens. Now to Robinson. Sprays. She'll pull from anywhere. She gets the pick. Now drives it. Sends it to the far side. Mertens off the mark, but an offensive rebound there for Bennett. She'll put it back up. Off the mark. Robinson now has it, and she'll connect. Back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Clemson Tigers. And again, applying pressure just above the timeline. And back into the lead for the Tigers with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. the ball here is Busick. Busick at the elbow. Busick knocks it down. The freshman sprints back on defense after tying up the ball game at 55 apiece. Again, this is a heavyweight fight, ladies and gents. We're going back and forth between these two. Again, we've seen blood, we've seen heads get hit. Bennett takes over down low, though, over Dara Pearson. Jasmine Harris looks on. The talented center for the Niners, the junior from Greensboro, from the bench. 2-point lead right now for the Tigers. Long pass here to Lawrence. Catch and shoot for Lawrence. That's off the mark. She gets her own rebound. She'll drive in from the free throw line. Oh, just off the mark. And Spray, 5'5" of her right underneath the hoop, is able to come down with the offense or with the defensive rebound. And there's an offensive rebound for the Tigers. I spoke just a few seconds too soon. Luke Spray is going to be able to toss up those early shots, but you still have to be able to box out. And Bennett left wide open at the free throw line. And that's just easy home cooking right there for Bennett. Now a 4-point lead for Clemson. I believe this is the tie for their biggest of the game. 10 seconds. Again, the shot clock is off. Jet Wilson finds a little bit of daylight. She'll drive in. She'll get the arm, not the hoop, but she'll still go to the line to attempt a couple shots and to cut into this Clemson Tigers lead that sits at 4. It's a great drive right there. She knew that she wasn't really going to have too much time to pass it, so she drew 2 defenders, was able to go around a bigger body, a taller body, and using her athleticism right there was Jed Wilson. Knocks down the first one. Now a 3-point advantage here for the Clemson Tigers with 5.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jed Wilson again, she'll fire, and ooh, just off the front iron. 5 and counting. They have to push the ball up the court. The heave, and that's going to be way off the mark. And we'll go into the fourth quarter, 59-56. The Niners looking for their first win of the season against AC Foe and the Clemson Tigers. We'll be right back with you guys at Del F. Halton Arena here on the Schultz.
While inside Halton Arena, we appreciate your cooperation during today's game.